If you have a job that you do not like, reclass. That's all you gotta do. Are you tired of the military? Like, are you tired of getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning? Tired of getting up doing PT every day? Tired of somebody telling you what to do? Just tired of just the whole military lifestyle? Well, you have clicked on the right video because today we getting ready to break this down. All right. So this video was inspired by my soldier, and my soldier has been on the fence about whether he was going to reenlist or not. He's 1 year out from his ETS date, and he has been just so indecisive. So we have been kind of just talking through it and kind of going through the pros and cons and whatever. So this is what inspired this video. I'm just kind of like, I know that it's other soldiers out there that's feeling the same way that he's feeling, and I am here to discuss this with you guys today. Thing is, when I was a specialist E4 in the military, it seems like it was so long ago, but I had some of the same struggles that is currently happening now. Like, I couldn't get promoted. My points was sky high. Like, work was the number one priority. So I didn't have time to do much of anything else except for work. And my home life, I was a single parent. So things were just all over the place. And I just felt helpless. And I just felt like I didn't want to be in the military no more because I felt like the military was holding me back from being my best self. But I had a senior non commissioned officer come to me and have this conversation with me. And it kind of gave me a completely different perspective on the military. So, um, also, this conversation is the reason that I'm standing here today, being able to talk to you guys about this. So please listen and please just take in what I'm saying. So get you a pen and paper because we're getting ready to discuss some stuff. All right. So the first thing is, look at the economy. Are you ready to get out the military? Can you afford your lifestyle right now if you wasn't in the military? So, um, with the way the society is, it's just not a friendly place. Like, people are out there struggling. People are having hard times feeding their family, getting jobs, paying for medical expenses. I mean, like, the list goes on. If you're in the military, you don't have those worries. It's a beautiful thing to not have to worry about dental, medical, you getting paid on the 1st and 15th, no matter what. It could be a government shutdown, the world could be ending, but guess who getting paid? Military. So keep that in mind. So another thing is, what you need to do is, as far as your finances is concerned, what you need to do is tally up all your expenses, and you need to have at least 3 to 5 times that, like, in savings. And that's on the lower end if you're planning on getting out the military. So if you don't have that and you're planning on getting out, you probably need to start working, right? All right. So the next thing is, tally up everything. Get on there, go to your LESs, find out what you're making a year. And then look at jobs, like go on USA Jobs or just go on Google and say, I need a job, in this field making this much. And what are the credentials that you need? What type of degree do you need? What type of experience do you need? If you don't have that, then you need to be working on that before you try to get out of the military. All right. Do not get out the military without a plan. I'm going to say that again. Do not get out the military without a plan. That's how I was. I was like, I'm so done with the military. I want to get out and I don't care what happens. But that is childish and is not the way to think when it comes to your life, right? And my soldier said something to me that I think would really resonate with a lot of you guys that's thinking about getting out. He's like, I'm missing out on so much at home. Like my friends is doing this and that. Cause he's still young, but no, no, no. Let me tell you something about friends back home. They probably wish that they would have joined the military. And they wish that they would have got the opportunity to see the things that you've seen and to go to places that you've been. So do not focus on what is going on back home, because home is going to always be there. You can still communicate, you can go and leave and do your thing and come back. It's like, after, what I have found is that when I go home, like, everybody's still kind of doing the same stuff, and we partying, we having a good time, but then once the weekend is over, everybody has to get back to work. You're still on the one on leave. So take that as an example of what it's like, for just the average person that's not in the military. They still have a life outside of, all the fun things that you think that you're missing at home. Family, if they care and they miss you and whatever, they could come to you. So that's all I'm saying. So another thing is, education. The military pays 100% of your education. So if you don't have your degree and don't have those certificates and haven't been on cool and haven't done those things, do not get out of the military. Like, it makes no sense. You have to be competitive. And the problem is that even with the degree, so you've been in the military, you have your degree, you don't have the experience that somebody else that's been on the outside have. So yeah, we might be competitive because we've been in the military and whatnot, and we may even get lucky. But people want to people to work for them that have experience, not just the degree. So we have to think about those kind of things, you know. And I'm not saying that this is the same situation in every situation, but more than likely you need the experience. All right. So the next point that I want to make is, within the military, there's so many different opportunities that a lot of people don't know about. Like, if you're enlisted, you could go warrant, you can go to OCS and become an officer, you could do ROTC, you could do green to gold. They have so many scholarships in the paralegal world. They have the FLET program where you can, apply and become an attorney. um they have the legal administrator route if that's what you want to do. I mean, like, the sky is the limit with the opportunities that's available here in the military. You just have to work for it, just like you would have to work for anything else. So when I was a young soldier, I didn't know about, like, all of these programs and stuff. Like, that wasn't really a thing. It was just kind of like, just work, work, work. But now, that I'm a little more seasoned in the military, like, I have a little more experience, so I know about, all the programs and stuff. And but we have to think about that. There's opportunities everywhere. If you don't like what you're doing, you can reclass. That just means that you just change your job. You have to go back to training, which is fine. That is what I did. It wasn't that I didn't like my job, but I just didn't see a future in that, and that is fine. So what I end up doing was, I went to my retention NCO, and he helped me change my job. I went to AIT again, and I went as a MOST. So it's different than when you come straight from basic. And now I have a different MOS, and I'm on a whole different career path. Um and that is too easy in the military. So the next thing that I want to discuss is just, like, listening to your other peers that are in the military that, like, they suck. They listening to other peers in the military that don't want to be in the military, don't like it, having issues with adjusting and stuff. Because, like, what's that saying, the little one apple spoils the whole bunch type of attitude, because that's what it is. So you have to surround yourself around people that are successful in the military, and that might help you to want to be successful yourself and not want to give up, like, it's sky is the limit. I know I keep saying that, but and I'm not a recruiter, please, like, I'm not a recruiter, but joining the military has really changed my life, so I'm so proud of the fact that I decided that this is what I wanted to do. And never in a million years did I think that I was ever cut out to be a soldier. But turns out, I'm actually kind of good at it. I just needed that support and that push and that motivation, and that's what has got me where I'm at now. So I don't know if I could just leave you with anything today, it would be the fact that no, if you want to absolutely get out the military and it's not for you, then do that. But have a plan. You need a plan. Do not get out of this military and be just blindsided by life, because that's what will happen. Because the people that are on the outside, they're really not talking about all the struggles and stuff that they're going through, because that's what's happening. So you think that getting up every morning, having a PT and stuff, that is not doing anything but helping you, helping you get better, helping you stay healthy, but you don't see it that way. You just like, oh, I'm tired of getting up. My feet hurt, my back hurt, all of that. But don't worry about it, because it's in your medical records. So you can get paid for that once you're done. You know, you file a claim with the VA, that's all. It's just it's a lot. It's a lot, and I understand, because I was in your shoes. Like, I didn't want to be in the military. After I did my first 4 years, I was done. Like, I was like, I cannot do this. This is too much. Like, I want to be able to be a parent to my kids. I want to be able to just be with my family and do all of that. But I realized that I'm not missing out on not one thing. Nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. There's nothing that is worth more than my career at this point that's back home. So you really have to keep that in mind when it comes to your life, because that's what this is. You have to be strategic, because the goal is to live a good life in your older days. So let's see how to do that. And the military is a great way to do it. You get in, you retire, you still young enough to get another job, and then you have that retirement under your belt. You get another retirement. I mean, you just rolling in the dough at that point. And then, not to mention, buy some properties while you in. You don't have to be a senior or officer or anything to buy a property. You can buy one right now. At your rank right now, you can buy one. Use your VA loan. You will have to pay nothing but earnest money to get your house, and have a plan. Rent it out if you need to after about a year or so. I think that's the requirement. But have a plan. And that's all that I'm saying. Do not make this decision without thinking it through, without talking to your NCOs about this situation, and just write down all of the good things about the military, because there's so many good things. Just write them down. Every single thing that you've experienced that's good and that you know about that's good, write it all down. On the other side, write down all the bad stuff, you know, and whichever side is the longest for you, then make that decision. That's how I typically make decisions. But all I'm saying to you is that the military is whatever you make it. If you have this attitude where you're going to get up and be all messed up and be mean and not do what you're supposed to do, then that's what the military is going to give you back, right? But if you go in and you motivated and people see that you want to be there and that you want to learn and that you want to be a better soldier, then that's what the military is going to give you back. You're going to find yourself promoted. You're going to find yourself in places that you have never even imagined. And I could not imagine myself being in Hawaii right now. I know you can see my background. I am in Hawaii living my best life here. You know, I am on the weekends going to the beach. I mean, like, this is an experience that I never would have had back home. People back home, they come visit here and stuff, but never had the opportunity to be on a permanent or not a permanent, but a 3-year vacation. Okay, so keep that in mind. Like, all the travel, just like all the things that you can experience in the military that you will not experience anywhere else, you know. And if you have a job that you don't like, and I know I've said that before, but I'm going to say it again. If you have a job that you do not like, reclass. That's all you got to do. Go to your retention NCO and let them know that you want to reclass and what you need. If you need to get your GT scores up, your line scores, your ASVAB scores, go to a fast class and retake the test and get your scores up so that you can be whatever you want to be. I, there's so many jobs that we don't know about, like, the main ones, the infantry, S1 stuff, finance, um not finance, fuelers, truck drivers, and stuff. Those are like the popular jobs that people know about and stuff. But we have all kind of stuff. You just gotta get in there. All kind of medical stuff. You don't have to be an officer to get in the medical field. I never even knew that, but that's a thing. All you gotta do is just research, reach out to the people that have the answers, and then you'll know. So I'm gonna leave here because I think it's 8:50 right now. So I gotta go. But what I'm saying to you is wake up with a purpose. Like, every day. And you'll see how your mindset start to change, especially when it comes to your future in the military. The grass is not always greener on the other side, okay? It is not. So I'm not saying stay in the military, you better stay. Please do not take that from me. All I'm saying is, I am a senior non-commissioned officer. I've been in the military for 14 years at this point. It'll be 14 years actually in a couple of days. So, yes, I'm coming up on my anniversary. But the military has changed my life. It really has. So if you have any questions, comments, concerns, please leave them down in the comment section, and I will write right away because I want you to be successful in the military. I want you to have all of the information that you need to make an informed decision about whether or not you're going to stay in the military. All right? So, with that being said, have a good day, right? Do not forget to make that list of all the pros, all the cons, and talk to someone about them, about each one. Talk to somebody and see what they think, just to kind of just help you. If you have a wife or a husband or whatever the case is, talk to them, sit down and say, hey, this is what our life would be like if we wasn't in the military. Or if you're a single soldier with no kids and stuff like that, just think about that when you do have kids, and do have a spouse and stuff. How you gonna take care of them? What you gonna do? All of that stuff is super important. And the military is not the only way to be successful. Do not think that. But if you already in the military, make the best out of it. Take advantage of everything that you can, because the military will get everything they want out of you. All right? Have a good day. Take care, and please leave any questions in the comments and let me know how you feeling. All right? Have a good one.